Okay, so now we're going to be going over how to segment your list, and you want to segment your list for one reason and one reason only. You don't want to be talking about, let's say that your people get on your list to learn about coffee. And obviously this is a terrible example, but it's simple to explain and understand. So let's say they come to your list and they're interested in coffee. Well, you wouldn't also want to email them all the time about water. Yes, you could make it relate. But on the other hand, if you were emailing them about coffee and that was what they came to your list to learn about, you could sell them or talk to them about different cups, different like ways to brew the coffee. And they would find that more valuable because they're interested in coffee. So when it comes to your clients, you want to leverage segmentation to maximize the impact of all of your emails, especially as you develop more offers or different things that you're going to be promoting, whether it's people that come from your YouTube channel, maybe they come from your TikTok, from your Twitter. You can segment it for that as well, putting them into special sequences, having certain segments for them, running special offers to those segments. You can also do it to where whenever somebody purchases something, they get put into a certain segment so you know that they've already purchased this product, so you're not going to talk about that same product, or you could get them into a lead magnet about this and talk to them mainly about this. You could tweak your offer to fit those types of people. On the other hand, with your other segment, you would tweak the overall email and the offer to relate to this segment. Does that make sense? Okay. So how do you actually go about setting up a sequence or a segment? Very easy. First, you want to go over to Grow. And once again, this is on ConvertKit. You can use Aweber, you can use any of them, but I made this list specifically so I could show you and break down ConvertKit because it's just better from an overall professional standpoint. And it gives you a lot of advanced features and all of that. And I'm just very happy with ConvertKit. So you want to click Grow, and then you want to click Subscribers. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and delete this. So let me delete this real quick. Boom. Okay. So we're going to leave this page. You're going to go to Grow. You're going to go to Subscribers. And then from there, you're going to come right here. So here are segments. Create segment. This segment is going to be called Freelancer Profit Manual. And then you can add filters. Let's go through here. So I could say they subscribe to within this segment, cold subscribers, blah, 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 blah. You can get as nitty gritty as you want. So let's say subscribe to, and then I could go down here. You could even get down into the forms or the sequences or the tags or the products. So let's say that they've already purchased Freelancer Profit Manual. Well, I'm not going to try to sell them Freelancer Profit Manual. They're not interested in that outside of, I would write emails to them, helping them really maximize Freelancer Profit Manual, or I could pitch them the course that you're going through right now, or I could pitch them my 1-hour calls or my coaching program. So I'm just using myself as an example so you really understand this, and you can do this for yourself and your brand. You could also do it for your clients, and this is where the real money is when it comes to email copy, because you don't want to be talking to everybody about your offer. You want to be talking to specific targeted people. So this is one of the ways that you're going to be able to maximize the money that you're making for your clients is by taking this extra little bit of effort, literally like 30 seconds. Obviously, you need this. You could make this as complicated as you want or as simple as you want. But this is where the extra money is going to be on the table for your clients, because while they are just emailing it to everybody, once you get hired and brought onto the team, you're going to specifically target different segments. And once again, you can also do tags, which are right here. But let's say sequences. Once again, this is just an example. You go here and then, I want to go and whoever is this, obviously the segment name is Freelancer Profit Manual. Whoever's been through my welcome sequence, boom, add the filter. You can add another filter. You can add a group. You can do whatever it is you want to do. And then boom, you click save. And now you've got that segment created. And obviously I'm not creating it because that's just an example. This entire email list was made as an example. You could come down to tag. So people who were brought over from another list. You could say checked out Freelancer Profit Manual. You could say received an intro to the content, onboarded. There's so many different things that you could do. And I really want you to take some time and just play around with it. Don't feel like you're going to mess anything up, because you could literally just delete it if you want to. But I do want you to play around with this and understand that the more targeted your emails are, the better ROI you're going to get out of it for yourself and for your client. So example, and I'll use the fitness thing as an example. You would not talk to people that are trying to lose weight about how to bulk. It just would not make sense. But let's say you sat down, you wrote this really good email that could relate to both of them. Well, guess what? You could send the email to this segment, and then you could tweak it and send it to that segment. And that is where a lot of money is going to be picked up off the table. So you go through there, you create that. Let's go over to, and I'll explain this in deeper detail in some of the coming modules. But let's say you want to set up a sequence. I've got these three little sequences that I've set up just to give you an example, but boom, new sequence. Let's say God's plan, create sequence. Come through here and you can literally write emails into your email sequence. I'm going to give you a template to show you how to write email sequences like that because they're super easy to make, especially the way I've templated it. So it's literally just going to be copy, paste, tweak. That's all you're going to have to do, but don't worry about that for now. And you can come in here, you can click this. Do you want to get the email a day later? Do you want to target specific days? It's completely up to you. You have that control, but once you write the email, make sure you do this. Make sure you click, so let me boom, 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 boom. Make sure you publish the email. So see, now, whenever the person joins the email sequence, they are going to get the email. Don't make the amateur mistake of making this amazing sequence and then the clients, oh my God, John, why nobody's getting into the email sequence? Or I'm seeing all these people join, but they're not getting the email. They're complaining, blah, 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 blah. This is what you do. And if obviously you want to unpublish it, you unpublish it. It's completely fine. You can add another email and another email and another email, as many as you want. Once again, stay tuned to the end. Towards the end of this course, I'm going to give you templates so you can just whip these things up easily. And then I'm going to also explain this in greater detail here soon, but you also want to set up rules. So whenever it comes to setting up the rule, you're basically creating a certain event that's going to happen. So whenever they subscribe to this sequence, God's plan, the one that we just created, what's the action that you're going to create? Are you going to make them subscribe to another sequence, or are you going to take them off a certain sequence? Let me give you an example. If they've already started going through your welcome sequence and they purchase your product, it does not make sense to keep trying to offer them that same product. It makes sense to unsubscribe them from that sequence, and then you can put them onto another sequence, aka right here, that gives them more value built around that course so they can maximize the results that they're getting from that course. Because you don't want to be putting out tons and tons and tons and tons of new courses and products and all these different things. You want to make sure that your students, your customers, your readers, real genuine people on the other end of the screen are getting results. So you would move them to another sequence that would allow them to maybe give them some tips to maximize different things you've put into the course, or to offer them another course or another service or coaching or whatever it is that you want to do. But that is an overall idea of how to segment. And then obviously we went into some of the sequences and all of that. I'm going to be breaking down more of this in the coming modules. But now that you understand, I want you to go back through this module and start applying it. Just play around with it. You're not going to mess anything up. You can always delete it, whatever it is you want to do. But I recommend you do it on your email list. That way you gain some experience. So whenever you start closing your clients, as I've taught within Freelancer Profit Manual, and start closing your clients, you're going to be able to just jump in, boom, 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 set it all up, and you're not going to make any mistakes. With that said, I'll see you in the next module.